Streaming on YouTube. Welcome to probate court number 2. And we have a proof of a will. And as soon as we get our participants in, oh, where are they? It's 11:01. We were supposed to start at 11 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're ready for the estate of David Frank Backer.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
Okay. Is there a notary with you?
Yes, Your Honor, we do have Jennifer Cathy, who is a notary.
Okay. Miss Cathy, well, first of all, if our witnesses will please raise your right hand. And Miss Cathy, if you will ask the witnesses if they swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Do you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Okay, and Ms. Deb, we are live streaming on YouTube, so while I need you to meet your burden under Texas law, if you will please not give specific addresses or other items for the protection of your clients, our witnesses, and the decedent. You may go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd first like to call Catherine Backer. Ms. Backer, can you please state your full name?
Catherine L. Backer.
And did you know the decedent David Frank Backer?
Yes,
And how did you know him?
he was my spouse.
And is it true that your spouse died on January 4th, 2020 in Dallas County, Texas at the age of 64 years?
Yes,
And since it was just last January, 4 years have not passed?
No.
Okay. And you and your husband were domiciled and were residents of Tarrant County as of the date of his death,
yes,
correct? And the document, which we have a copy of here, which has been file stamped and the original filed with the Tarrant County clerk. This document is your husband's last will and testament. Is that correct?
yes,
And to the best of your knowledge, this will was never revoked. Is that correct?
yes,
And now thinking about this date, this December 2nd, 2011, this is the date that he signed the will. Is that correct?
correct.
Now, after that date, did your husband ever have any children, either biologically or by adoption?
No,
And was your husband ever divorced after that date?
no,
And there is a need to administer this estate. Is that correct?
correct.
Okay. And this will does not give anything to a state, a government agency, or a charitable organization. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this will does name you to serve as the executor. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it does provide that you are not required to post any sort of bond. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it does provide that you are to serve as independent executor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you are qualified to serve as executor and not disqualified by law from serving as executor. Is that correct?
Correct.
And we discussed what disqualified by law actually means, and
Right.
none of those apply to you,
No.
correct? Okay. I will pass this witness, Your Honor.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Ms. Backer, did you have the original will in your possession?
yes,
And did you deliver it to Ms. Dove?
yes,
And is it your understanding she filed it with the court?
yes,
Okay, I'm going to show you what I believe she delivered to the court, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. This is the first page. It's file marked, and there are 3 different sets of initials and a date at the bottom. I'll represent to you. Those are in, it looks like black ink, and those appear on each page. On, let's see, page 3. Is that Mr. Backer's signature?
yes, it is.
Okay. And the last page. Does that appear to be the original that you delivered to Ms. Dove?
Yes,
Okay. And actually attached to the back of there's a page 1 and 2 that are instructions of self-proving affidavit and then an actual affidavit. Was that what the original?
yes,
All right, thank you. And something I wasn't quite sure if you maybe nodded your head, but I didn't hear an answer to, and maybe I just didn't hear it. But was Mr. Backer a resident of Tarrant County?
yes,
Okay. And are you still a resident of Texas?
yes,
Okay. And then I think I missed the disqualifications. Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
no,
And have you ever been adjudicated incompetent?
no.
Okay. Ms. Deb, you may call your next witness.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And I'll ask you guys to switch places
Yes.
so that we can hear. This, Jennifer.
Oh, sorry, Russ.
All right. Go. Now, Mr. Barber, will you please state your full name for the court?
Royce Anthony Barber.
And this document, which Judge Allen, you saw her just show the original, correct?
Correct.
And this is a copy of the original. Now, is this your initial on page 1?
Yes.
All right. And is this your signature on page 4?
Yes.
All right. And was there another witness at the time you signed this will?
Yes.
And did you sign this will on December 2nd, 2011 as a subscribing witness?
Yes.
And this document, when you signed it, were you in the presence of the other witness and of Mr. Backer?
Yes.
And at the time that you signed it, was Mr. Backer over the age of 18?
Yes.
And was he of sound mind at the time he signed it?
Yes.
And were you and the other witness over the age of 14 at
Yes.
the time you signed it? And would you benefit in any way from decedent's estate? Would you get anything under this will?
No.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, I have no questions. Anything else?
That's all, Your Honor.
All right, I will find that David Frank Backer was a resident of Tarrant County when he passed away, and that y'all have proofed up his will in accordance with Texas law. I'll admit his will to probate, and I'll find Ms. Backer a proper person to serve as independent executrix. Ms. Backer, if you'll please raise your right hand again. Do you, Catherine Backer, solemnly swear that the writing which has been offered for probate is the last will and testament of David Frank Backer, so far as you know or believe? And will you well and truly perform all the duties of independent executrix of his will and his estate?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Deb is going to file a few things, and Ms. Deb, I'll send you the order. Well, Amanda or Tina will send you the order along with some information to pass on to Ms. Backer. Ms. Backer, that information will tell you about being an independent executrix, but it doesn't substitute for Ms. Deb, and I trust you're going to continue to work with her.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
too, Your
you.
Honor.
Thank you.